Welcome back to another edition of In Ohio Country Today. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Alan Davis, and our feature story today is all about Sunrise Cooperative.
Yes, Dan, there's a lot of things going on. We talked about what's been in the past, where we're at currently, with all the opportunities that we have in agriculture in Ohio, and specifically, all over the Buckeye State, and then what it's going to look like in the future. It's just interesting. So, George Secor is going to talk a lot about what he sees as future.
Yeah, George Secor, of course, the new CEO for Sunrise Cooperative, and that new merger that's taking place in basically a third, maybe almost a half of the state of Ohio, and a lot of things happening as far as agriculture is concerned, and these guys are promising to stay on the cutting edge.
That's right. Things aren't going to be the same as they've always been.
That's for sure. It's all about change. We'll have that feature story and more this week in Ohio Country Today.
What do pigs eat? Like all mammals, pigs start life on mother's milk. Pigs can begin eating solid food as little as 7 days old. A pig's first diet, baby pig feed, contains a lot of milk product and often additional flavoring. While some people think pigs will eat anything, modern pigs aren't fed slop or garbage. Rather, the healthy, quality diet of swine is derived from plants like corn and soybeans. In fact, most pig feed is about 80% corn and 17% soybean meal. The remaining 3% contains vitamins, minerals, and micronutrients needed for healthy development. Because pigs grow so fast, their feed is scientifically formulated to meet the ever-changing needs of their development. The exact ration for each group of pigs is carefully weighed and mixed, then delivered to their barn. Unlike some other animals, pigs won't actually pig out or overeat, so growing pigs have access to all the feed they want 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. A pig will eat as much as 7 pounds of feed and drink as much as 3 to 6 gallons of water per day. Every pig has full access to a pig drinker, where cold, fresh water is provided to pigs 24/7. So, what do pigs eat? Pigs grow on clean water and a healthy, quality diet of corn, soybean meal, and essential vitamins and minerals.
The Keepin' It Country Farm is a private venue hosting traditional country music. It also offers a dinner theater setting, perfect for your next event. The Keepin' It Country Farm is home of the Richard Lynch Band. And for more information about the Keepin' It Country Farm, the Richard Lynch Band, Lynch Auctioneers, Lynch Builders, and Farm Products, check us out on the web at keepinitcountryfarm.com. That's keepinitcountryfarm.com.
Do you want the most boastful garden and veggies on the block? Bull Country Compost is a high-nutrient soil amendment with no fillers. Our compost begins with all-natural products heated to kill bacteria, weed seeds, and odor. Bull Country Compost is approved for use in organic food production by the Ohio Ecological Food and Farm Association. If you are a business interested in wholesale rates for our products or a consumer wanting to know where to find our products, visit bullcountrycompost.com. For a more boastful garden, spread the bowl.
Welcome to the 30-second tour of your local Poet plant. Local producers sell us tons of their grain. We grind it, mix it with water and special enzymes. The result is fermented, distilled, and dehydrated until it's 200 proof alcohol. Corn oil is extracted, and protein and nutrients are condensed, dried, and turned into animal feed, bringing our tour to an end with high-protein feed and cleaner-burning high-octane fuel. Visit poet.com to learn more.
Automate your existing sliding doors with Propel Automation of Ohio. Automate up to 60-foot twin sliding shed or barn doors with their award-winning patented system. And now Propel Automation of Ohio is part of Ohio Agribility Program, allowing Ohio farmers and farm families who are coping with disabilities or long-term health conditions to automate their doors. For security, safety, convenience, remember Propel Automation of Ohio. Check us out on the web at propelohio.com.
I'm Terry McClure, a fifth-generation soybean farmer. Farming can be tough, but we have the Ohio Soybean Council investing farmers' dollars to find new uses for soybeans. Their research helps develop better beans for livestock, poultry, and for people. It also helps create new products like soy-based cleaning supplies and paint cartridges, plus cleaner burning soy biodiesel reduces our dependence on foreign oil. Soybeans are Ohio's #1 agricultural export. To learn more, visit soyohio.org.
Allen Davis Insurance Agency, with 30 years commitment to the community, providing quality insurance services. Allen is a business owner and an active farmer, and he knows firsthand the pressures of running your farming operation. Call Allen today and ask about coverage for your farm, your vehicles, your equipment, crops, and more. Call 1-800-686-2148. That's 1-800-686-2148.
Welcome back to In Ohio Country Today, and with me is George Secor, CEO of Sunrise Cooperative. George, can you tell us a little bit about your background and how you happened to become CEO of Sunrise Cooperative and land the massive responsibility with operating the co-op this size?
Sure, it all really started out when I graduated from Willard High School in 1980, and I thought I was smart enough I didn't need to go to college, but my parents convinced me otherwise, that yes, I was going to go to college. And it really took a close family friend to convince me and show me the path, and that was Lauren Chaufin, who then was the CEO of Ohio Farmers Grain and Supply, back when we had two regional cooperatives, Ohio Farmers Grain and Supply and Landmark. And so when I did, he had me sign up for Ohio State University with an Ag Econ degree, and I spent my summers and actually a couple of spring quarters actually working for Ohio Farmers Grain and Supply. That really got my appetite going, not only for the agricultural aspect, but also a big part of that was the cooperative aspect and what a cooperative really meant. And so I got to serve great internships at New Washington under Ron Denninger, up in Toledo, back when I used to load quite a few boats with grain that go out that way. I got a vast amount of experience, graduated from Ohio State in 1985, then went into Ohio Farmers Grain and Supply, management trainee program at North Baltimore, was there 5 years, went to Ada Farmers Exchange in Ada for 5 years, and then in 1996 I went up to Fremont, Ohio, to be the CEO of what was then a three-way merger of Rural Serve, River Springs, and Bellevue Farmers, and I've been there ever since.
You know, that's with that you get a lot of experience, but with that you've seen a lot of change. And really now change is really just coming in on the horizon, especially for not only Sunrise, but cooperative and the ag landscape in particular.
Yes, we're going to see an enormous amount of change here in the state of Ohio. And while things are a little bit tougher today with the crop prices, we're going to have to manage through that, because aside from a major war or a major flood or drought here in the U.S., I don't see these low prices going away right now. We're going to overproduce, which is a good thing. That means we're getting better at production, but so are other countries too. So we're seeing record corn and soybean harvest in Brazil right now. That's going to have a major effect with us, but there's opportunities. We look at the Coldwater, Michigan plant, the new hog processing facility going in, and the amount of hog that's going to be needed that are new hogs that aren't there today. There's no processing plants closing. So we look at through the area we're sitting at today in Auglaize County and say, you know, here shortly, we'll be corn and soybean deficit. And what does that mean? That means great opportunities for our farmers. Now, it means we need to put some on-farm grain storage up and take advantage of that. But there's a lot of opportunities coming our way.
Well, you know, we talk about livestock and what we've got going on in West Central Ohio and the service area, really, of Sunrise Cooperative. Livestock is one. You know, we have another one, you know, with fuel.
Yes. On the energy side of the business, we've really become a bigger component of that has been our non-member owner business. It's the industrial side of it. And CHS, one of the regional cooperatives we own, in Kenton, Ohio, has a manufacturing for bulk oil facility. And they can make any oil for any manufacturer, from a tractor to a car to a press in a factory. And a big part of our energy growth has been in the bulk oil distribution.
You know, you talked about the use of or the hog facility in Coldwater, Michigan, the new processing plant. Not only are we really going to be need feed for those hogs, but we have a lot of other livestock. I mean, some of the other end users are putting up turkey barns and record numbers.
Yes, we're heavily tied with Case Farms out of Winesburg, Ohio, and have been for years. And we provide a big part of their corn for their grinding, and they're growing at the same time. Livestock in Ohio is going to become bigger and bigger and bigger. And that doesn't mean it has to be bad for the people that say we don't need livestock, because with that, of course, comes manure. We have to manage that manure, and that manure offers great opportunity for our customer owners as we go down the road in these lower depressed commodity prices. And I say, in all honesty, what it's going to enable us to do is farm smarter. And not that our farmers aren't doing that today, but the technology that's coming from the manure side, from the seed side, from the traditional fertilizer side, from the grain opportunities, from ethanol, from feed mills. We have more opportunity today for our farmers to strive through these tougher times than we ever have.
Well, you made mention, about manure and fertilizer. A lot of the area that you service is, we're also dealing with the Lake Erie Water Basin and, the things that we have to do from an environmental standpoint and conservation and compliance and what farmers need to do. And, how's Sunrise going to help manage that as well?
Well, one of the big things that we look at, and we just formed a joint venture with Van Tilburg Farms. And one big part of that was it enabled us to move our agronomy center out of St. Mary's. Instead of building another brand new plant, they offered to look at us to look at an LLC. And while they looked at our business on the traditional side, we looked at them because they are one of the most respected companies when it comes to poultry litter on the farm. They don't slop it up and down the road. They don't fling it all over the place. They can actually do variable rate technology with poultry litter. And we follow the rules of the Ohio Department of Agriculture. They do an excellent job. It's going to enable us to bring it into all the customer owners of Sunrise Cooperative and offer something that we've never offered before. This is going to be a game changer for us going forward.
Well, change. We've talked about the feed and the fertilizer. Let's talk a little bit about grain and some of the things that are happening within Sunrise Cooperative on the grain side. Who one of your top customers are and things that you have going on there.
On the grain side of it, I would say we've been slow to react to our customers. We have 18 grain facilities. When you look at those 18 grain facilities, 3 of them handle 60% of our volume. 6 of them handle about 85% of our volume. So already the customers, with a vast majority, almost half those facilities, have voted that they're not going to bring their business there. We need to make sure we respond to that. And how do we respond to that? We need to do the marketing for them where the grain needs to go. Does it need to go to a feed mill? Does it need to go to a processor? It doesn't matter whether we own that facility or not. What matters is, do we have a marketing program that's the right avenue for each individual customer to maximize his result? We at Sunrise Cooperative cannot win if the farmer doesn't win. We're farmer-owned. We're proud to say that. But at the same time, if we don't manage it so each one of them win first, we don't win long-term.
We were talking about, so we've covered the grain and the fertilizer and the fuel and feed usage and a lot of those kind of things. One neat thing that you guys had just got was a grant. Do you want to talk about that grant?
Yeah, we just got through, and Land O'Lakes, our Winfield partner, helped us do this with the Bill and Melinda Gates, the HoloLens glasses. And people say, well, what is that? Well, literally break it down to, it's very easy. When you put those glasses on, and I think we're going to have 4 or 5 pairs sent in, we'll put those on interns to go out and walk through the fields. And there can be one agronomist that couldn't cover all those acres every day, but he can be sitting in an office. And he's going to see all the information, all the data, all the pictures that all 5 of those are seeing and make recommendations and talk to them live. Now, that's pretty neat technology that's just coming out. Like I say, we won this grant thanks to Land O'Lakes and Winfield that helped us get this. And this is going to be a game changer going forward. It's interesting to see what this will do for us.
Yeah, of all places, you wouldn't think that, from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, yes, that, you would be seeing something that's going to help agriculture.
Well, you see what really started. You get in third world countries where we don't have doctors. You put those glasses on and somebody can show a doctor sitting in the United States what to do and how to ask this person what's wrong with them, to diagnosis. You see in Africa where there's all kinds of dairy animals, there's no veterinarians. All right, look at have a person there, and a veterinarian in the United States is looking through those glasses and talking down and telling that person what to do. Next thing you know, they're servicing that. I give the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation a lot of credit for looking at what applications in agriculture do we have. And again, it's just another technology tool to help our customer owners win.
Well, we've covered what's been going on in the past. We've covered what's right now in the current environment. What do you see in the future?
Well, that's big because it's changing all the time. But to break it down simply, a term I like to use, and again, I don't mean it in a bad way, we have to help our customer owners farm smarter. And it starts with the seed. It starts with how much seed we're putting on. They still continue day to day. One of the biggest problems in soybeans we plant too darn many of them. We need to cut back on that population. We need to do variable rate seeding. We need to do, instead of pouring on all the fertilizer at one time, we need to spoon feed that crop. We need to be looking at tissue samples. Does it need boron? Does it need magnesium? Does it need urea? Does it need nitrogen? What does it need at what point of the stage? We worry about let's farm real fast. Fast isn't always better. Sometimes we need to step back and look at that and get the seed in the ground at the right time, and then be analyzing that plant from the time it breaks through the ground to literally right before harvest. What does that plant need? It's going to change what it needs. We don't know how much rain we're going to get. Don't know how hot it's going to get. So let's adapt to those things. All that technology is coming at us all at one time now. It's exciting. I'll be honest with you. I understand the times are tougher. Whatever happens to our customer owners, about 12 to 18 months later, it happens to us, whether it be good or bad. But there's technology out there. If we have the right people on the right farm with the right customer, we can take out some of these deep, deep valleys that we're getting into with lower commodity prices and actually produce more.
Well, George, we've covered a lot of information today. And if somebody wanted to get more information about what's going on at Sunrise, where can they go?
Go to any Sunrise Cooperative employee. Anybody in the company, if you want to know more, they all understand. If we have people that want to know more, pass it up the chain. We do all kinds of meetings like we had this morning to get out in front of our customer owners so they understand what we're doing and why we're doing it. I don't always say they agree with what and why we're doing it, but I at least want to get out in front of them so they understand why we make the decisions that we do. Or they can go to our website, sunrisecoop.com, and in there they'll see all the different departments, all the different information we do, contact branches, any way that they want to try to get a hold of us. If they've got any questions or comments, we want them to do that.
Well, George, thanks for being with us today. And I'd like to especially thank Anita Green from the Auglaize County FSA office, here this morning for putting the breakfast together and having George and some gentlemen from the board of directors here from Sunrise Cooperative to give us all this information. We'll be back with more in Ohio Country Today right after this.
Allen Davis Insurance Agency, with 30 years commitment to the community, providing quality insurance services. Allen is a business owner and an active farmer, and he knows firsthand the pressures of running your farming operation. Call Allen today and ask about coverage for your farm, your vehicles, your equipment, crops, and more. Call 1-800-686-2148. That's 1-800-686-2148. The Keepin' It Country Farm is a private venue hosting traditional country music. It also offers a dinner theater setting, perfect for your next event. The Keepin' It Country Farm is home of the Richard Lynch Band. And for more information about the Keepin' It Country Farm, the Richard Lynch Band, Lynch Auctioneers, Lynch Builders, and Farm Products, check us out on the web at keepinitcountryfarm.com. That's keepinitcountryfarm.com.
Give your crops maximum potential with Full Throttle on-seed starter. Full Throttle is an economically priced, low-salt starter, efficiently providing nutrients for rapid early growth, critical for yield development. Utilizing the patented Avail technology, Full Throttle helps develop larger, more vigorous plants during the critical early growing stages. Call 888-MAX-CROP today to learn more about Full Throttle. That's 888-MAX-CROP.
Hello once again, everybody. We're visiting with Sasha Rittenhouse of Clark County. Sasha is the Vice President of the Ohio Cattlemen's Association. First of all, Sasha, thanks for being with us. We're at the Ohio Beef Expo, but first I would like to know a little bit about your operation back home in Clark County.
Sure, it's a great day here at the Beef Expo. I'm about an hour straight west of here in Clark County. My husband and I have about 120 brood cows. We're seed stock producers and spring calvers mostly. We also have 3 children, so we do kids and cows.
Very good. Well, that sort of makes me tired just listening to what you have to do back home. Tell us a little bit about the Beef Expo. Of course, at your age, you've lived through about half of the 30 that is being celebrated here this year. But in that time, a lot of growth has taken place with the Expo, and I'm sure you've seen some of that.
Yeah, even only being involved in roughly half of the beef expos, I have seen tremendous growth. I mean, the trade shows sold out. There's a waiting list. The breed side of things, the sales have just expanded. The quality, of course, is just amazing. A lot of new breeds are coming on, even if they're just displaying, they're coming in. The junior show is outgrowing the barns over there. They're having a blast. I mean, it's really great to see so many people involved in the beef industry.
Now that problem, that challenge that you have with outgrowing for the junior show, that's a good problem to have because that's the future of the industry in Ohio.
It's so good to see that so many kids and parents are involved in this. And, you know, a lot of people bring breed cattle to show and sell, and then their kids bring their calves to show. And some kids buy cattle out of the show on or out of the sales on Saturday, and they come over and they show them on Sunday, and it's great. And to be outgrowing it, it's good for. It's a good thing to see. It's kind of letting us know that we're still there and we're growing. It's great.
Now, on this day of the Beef Expo, the genetic pathway is being held. For those viewers not really familiar, can you explain what that is?
Genetic pathway is something that we've done for several years, and it keeps building and getting bigger. But it's kind of an area where people can go and see the bulls that different farmers and producers are wanting to display, kind of their premier exhibitor bulls. And there's also some semen companies that's what they do. They sell semen and stuff to all the breeders. So there's a mixture of live bulls there to look at and see, as well as just companies that have a lot of pictures and stuff, and you can pick up your orders here and stuff and get to see a whole bunch of different genetics, where a lot of different places, you know, maybe just focus on Angus or Simmental, where here there's everything from purebreds to crossbreds and everything in between.
Of course, the juniors, the future of the industry, if you will, that show is being held today. And in addition to experience, that show is teaching a lot of leadership, and that's going to help filling in the gaps for people like you when, many years down the road when you do retire.
Yeah, I started showing over there. That's where I started. And these kids, it teaches them so much. And there's so much else going on within this Beef Expo. There's judging contests, there's fitting clinics, BQA, beef quality assurance things are going on, and they just get exposed to so many different things. And of course, going through the trade show and meeting new people, and just almost seeing how the adults conduct business and talk to each other, and the importance of different things. They might just be here to show, but they're getting exposed to so much more.
Something else that is just very evident if you walk the trade show, the variety of exhibitors here. There's that also bodes well for the future.
Yeah, and that's why we're sold out. I mean, the crowd, there's just such a big crowd, and we have people from cow, calf to the show side of things, and feeders and everything in between. And so there's everything from belt buckles and boots to working tubs and facilities and show equipment. I mean, we just cover it all. We've got people here with insurance companies and different feed companies. I mean, and everybody's getting traffic because it brings the whole group together. And there's just so many dynamics that go into the beef industry that, I mean, we could do this all day. I mean, we could add another barn, I think. You know, it's really great to see.
You know, everybody likes a winner, and if somebody's viewing right now that would like to jump on that bandwagon and become a part of the association or the council, the Beef Council, yes, how is the best way for them to get more information?
Oh, you just go to the website, go to the Ohio Cattlemen's website, www.ohiocattle.org, and you can become a member right online, right there. And it also tells you, there's a calendar on there that tells you what events are going on. And if you become a member of our association, it's $60 family membership for 1 year, but you get all the magazines and everything, which has all of this information in it. And we do about 7 or 8 magazines a year, and cover State Fair, Beef Expo, and everything in between. And we always are looking for people that want to be involved in committees. Shoot up here at the Beef Expo. This is a big deal to run, and we love to have people helping. We've got lots of different membership committees, all different kinds of committees that we just love to have people involved with. We won't turn anyone away.
And one of the keys at these events is you do offer product, and there's nothing better than beef, especially when you're just this much hungry. So that's always available and an enticing thing to add to what we've talked about today. Sasha Rittenhouse has been our guest. Sasha, thanks for being with us.
Thank you. It was a great time.
And stay with us, back with more right after this.
Automate your existing sliding doors with Propel Automation of Ohio. Automate up to 60-foot twin sliding shed or barn doors with their award-winning patented system. And now Propel Automation of Ohio is part of Ohio Agribility Program, allowing Ohio farmers and farm families who are coping with disabilities or long-term health conditions to automate their doors. For security, safety, convenience, remember Propel Automation of Ohio. Check us out on the web at propelohio.com. The Keepin' It Country Farm is a private venue hosting traditional country music. It also offers a dinner theater setting, perfect for your next event. The Keepin' It Country Farm is home of the Richard Lynch Band. And for more information about the Keepin' It Country Farm, the Richard Lynch Band, Lynch Auctioneers, Lynch Builders, and Farm Products, check us out on the web at keepinitcountryfarm.com. That's keepinitcountryfarm.com.
At Bambauer Fertilizer and Seed, we utilize small plot trials with third-party testing at our research center. These local trials help us to test new products, cultural practices, and ideas. Our goal is to utilize this information to support recommendations we make for your farm, bringing you the highest return for your investment. Explore the opportunities third-party research from Bambauer's can bring to your farming operation. Call 888-MAX-CROP.
That's going to do it for this week's edition of In Ohio Country Today. A great feature story. George Secor, CEO of the new Sunrise Cooperative. Well, I shouldn't say the new Sunrise Cooperative because it's always been Sunrise, but the merger between Sunrise and, of course, TruePoint.
That's right. George is here, giving his vision, to talk about, what's in the present and, some really, really good information about what we can expect going forward.
And of course, you want more information, you can always check them out on the web at sunrise.com. You can go to our website at ohiocountry.com. And we also want to take a moment to thank a very special person here who's always been a friend of In Ohio Country Today.
Yeah, that's right. Anita Green, she helped organize this Ag Breakfast. Actually, it's the third Tuesday of every month, right here in Wapakoneta at the Coffee Cup. If you don't have anything to do and you really want to get a great breakfast, you can come in. And they always have some very, very good topics. Anybody we have people from Ohio State University and several folks will come in and just give you an update on what's going on in agriculture.
And once again, if you want more information, you can always go to our website at inohiocountry.com. Have a good day, everybody.